Change of bowling here. The left armour of Udeshika Prabodhani is making way now for Shashika Sirawardene. Off breaks early on.
One of the higher ranked bowlers for Sri Lanka. ICC ranking of 41. Slip in play. Backward square and cover. The fielders out. On offer, Meg Lanning takes that and says thank you very much. So a real loosener there to start with, and Meg Lanning, who could have easily left it and taken the wide, said no, my footwork is good enough, my time is even better, and my placement, most importantly, top notch.
Sri Lanka have got to be very careful here. They've got to keep the pressure on. I get the feeling that they're just chasing the ball a bit here. They're changing the field every time a ball, and there's so much going on in the field, as if, I'm not saying they're making it up as they're going on, but it's as if they don't quite have a plan. Left armour.
It's a good adjustment. Sri Lanka's leading one-day international wicket taker is Sirawardene. Change in field too, so it's a deep mid-wicket, deep backward square. Meg Lanning uses her crease nicely. She'll look for two here and get them comfortably. It's one of the big differences between the teams, and we know we spoke about it quite a bit during the Sri Lankan innings, was the inability to get up and down the wicket, the lack of intensity, the desire to look to drop and runs and to turn ones into twos, but you certainly won't have that issue with Lanning and Bolton at the crease. Meg Lanning sweeps. There's a little bit of work to be done by deep backward square. And I think they've just done it well enough. Sirapali Wirakodi there, with probably a 30-metre sprint and the dive and the save.
I think she's just about flicked this back here. She's done very well. Yeah.
Well, after some poor misfields that allowed boundaries early doors off her bowling, off Wirakodi's bowling, she'll be saying, this is how you do it, guys. Come on. Watchful Bolton. 7 overs gone, 41 for 1. Australia is still needing 217 runs to chalk up their second win in this World Cup. Sri Lanka, though, they've got other plans. They want the full 2 points. A loss on Saturday to New Zealand means that they haven't opened their account as yet. Again, Lanning just waiting so nicely, and there's a mix-up. And a quick look around and a quick apology to the skipper as well. It's the last thing you want to be doing is burning your skipper.
Yeah. Now watch here. Ooh, yeah. Oh, that could have been really pretty awful.
You know, Cole Bolton straight away put the hand up and said, sorry, Skip, my fault. It's better in the field. There needs to be someone out there really revving up all the Sri Lankans at the moment. because that could really change things. Just the fielding rate out there. Everyone needs to be fully aware they've got to expect and want the ball to come to them every single time. It's not too many times you get the opportunity to knock off the world champions, and they've got a big one here. Bowling in good areas. Just the 14 runs coming from her 3.3 overs so far. Includes a maiden. It's one thing that the Australians didn't have were bowling partnerships throughout their 50 overs.
No, I felt that throughout the innings, Australia were kind of patching things up, wouldn't they? Elise Perry didn't bowl particularly well. See, there's no pace coming on there for Meg Lanning, but I do like the way she plays it so late.
Yeah, in complete control of the strokes, particularly down to third. It'd be interesting to look at this bowling card if he actually took out Atapadu's innings.
Yeah, and could have been 2 wickets there. Could have been a wicket, should have been a wicket for Pravadani, Nicole Bolton.
Short, Bolton goes with the pull shot. Can't find the gap. It was a shot that worked really well for her against the West Indies. Just saying, if you took Atapadu's innings out of this bowling card, I'm fairly sure Nicole Bolton wouldn't have bowled. Meg Lanning was trying to look for an option. She got one, 2 for 18 off her 3.
Villani as well, 5 overs, 1 for 22. That was a bonus.
8 overs gone, 42 for 1. Well, no reading of 13th century Muslim philosophers for Elise Perry, a la Mitali Raj. She'll just jump around a little bit. Landing on the charge, and that is beautifully played. Wonderful footwork.
The problem here for Siriwardene is that she bowls it so slowly. It's just so easy for Meg Lanning to get into a position. She doesn't have to rush her footwork to get to a position where she plays a beautiful off drive.
Well, that's it. Now, she pulled out the sweep early doors to her, and I thought that'd be an interesting stroke when there's not a lot of pace on the ball. She's now adjusted and decided, no, with that lack of pace, I'm better to use my feet. Try and come out and create a little bit more pace down the ground. Always good to have the 2 options. On the charge once again. The first one was lovely, and the second one is as well.
This is great batting by Meg Lanning. She's very quickly asserting her authority. 50 up for Australia. Delightful stroke. See how she just makes ground to get to the pitch of the ball.
Well, Lanning averages 63 when batting second for Australia. She's got 700s and 550s to her name. So enjoys the challenge of a chase. And certainly enjoys leading from the front.
Yeah, and I think Sri Lanka have got to look at Siriwardene here, because Meg Lanning is all over her. She just, I don't think she knows really where to bowl to her. Short.
Not there either. Only a good bit of fielding has meant that another boundary hasn't been chalked up. Nipuni there at backward point.
Bowler has got away with this. 4 times out of 5, that's 4.
Punapuni will know she's in the hot spot when Meg Lanning is on strike. Ranawera is going to have her A game in terms of captaincy here today. They're enjoying the challenge, Sri Lanka. 9 overs gone, 50 for 1.
ICC Women's World Cup. This is the 11th edition of the event that appeared on the landscape 2 years before the men's inaugural World Cup.
Cody once again starting well. She's not trying to get outside of her bowling. I can't speak now because the ice creams have come on the screen.
Look at that one in her right hand. She better watch that. She's got to watch it. That's going. She better watch that. Keep your eye on that. She's going to look down and she'll be. Oh, she had a quick glance. She had a quick glance at that right hand tower of pizza ice cream. It was going, wasn't it? There. Oh, keep an eye on it. Tilt it. Tilt it. You'd be inclined to have a bit of a slurp before it disappeared. In fact, and if it's not hers, bad luck. I'm not sure she'll make it round.
She's got it all under control, people. Relax. And the quick single taken, and a good judgment call there from Bolton. Atapatu couldn't collect on the dive.
Yeah, Nick Bolton wanted the single straight away. Meg Lanning had a look first. Just wanted to see how that was gathered.
I think we all have our heroes growing up. When we're playing in the backyard, I was Viv Richards if I was batting, Malcolm Marshall if I was bowling. Do you think, having a look at Meg Lanning, you could guess who her hero was?
I can tell you now, it's one Ricky Ponting. It's uncanny, the way everything about Meg Lanning's batting is Ricky Ponting. Everything. It's great to watch. All the nuances, even the bat there.
Well, just like Ricky Ponting, Meg Lanning, it's very nice boundaries as well. Waited for that one. Some dodgy fielding certainly helped her. That one she just waited on beautifully. Too wide, too short on that occasion. And then just watch these couple. The footwork to the pitch on both occasions. Running to 30 off 28. Ooh, has got away with that one. 10 overs gone, 51 for 1. We're all happy. Good news. The ice cream made it and has been devoured very, very quickly. We're going to have a change in comms. Lisa Stalaker and Ralph Della.
Thank you, Mel. And after an early scare, Australia are fighting back well. And I would say, wouldn't you, Lisa, gaining supremacy now?
Certainly with Meg Lanning at the crease. Already struck 5 fours as well. She looks in ominous form. Sri Lanka certainly need to pick up a wicket early, otherwise this partnership is building nicely. 46 off 48 deliveries. And we know how quickly they can accelerate as well.
And Nicole Bolton impresses me as being a very organised batter.
Oh, new bowler to the crease, and it's the captain, Ranawira. And she's just thought, enough's enough. It's time for me to have a bowl and see if I can make the breakthrough.
Just a little bit of turn.
She was the leading wicket taker for Sri Lanka within the Women's Championship, which helped teams qualify for this World Cup. She picked up 24 at 24 as the average, so certainly effective.
That's what I mean by Bolton looking well organised. The shots are genuine strokes where she'll place the ball and not try and overhit it. Seems to know her own game, as it's so important, isn't it?
Well, certainly at this level, you hope they know their game. And she's shown that already against the West Indies. She started slowly, got off strike, lots of singles, and then began to strike the ball really well.
As you say, Lanning looks completely in command.
Latapatu is the type of player that doesn't want to be too far away from the action. Always fields around cover mid-wicket region. Always in the game.
There again, beautifully placed. Now, do you think that during the Sri Lankan innings that might have only been one run?
Yeah, it certainly might have, but this also brings up the 50-run partnership between Bolton and Lanning, 51 off 54 deliveries, 56 for one.
She was looking for the second run immediately and probably had a word with Bolton on the way through. Look for two. ICC-cricket.com/POTD to vote for your favourite play of the day. Not quite on top of that one.
Played uppishly, certainly didn't get on top of it. I thought for a moment there it was a chance, because there is a fielder at backward point, almost quite backward, almost like a gully on the inner circle. A strange field position, but obviously could have potentially been effective.
I think Viracoda was a bit excited as well. Bold. There's definitely a bit of a spring in their step, the Sri Lankans in the field, based on Atapatu's innings.
Yeah, they certainly are. They know that they've got a total that can certainly challenge the Australian side. It's almost like they've just got to keep trying to pick up wickets regularly, give themselves a real chance. We saw early on for Australia how strong and dominant they were with the bat. We know exactly what Meg Lanning can do as well. She has been outstanding for the Australian side. She scored 1,232 runs at an average of 92 at the Championship League matches. And while she only scored 15 against the West Indies, she knows that she needs to get herself in to this Women's World Cup. And she's had such a success here at Bristol in 2015. She scored a vital century against England. So happy memories for her, hopefully again.
Just one off the over, 57 for 1 after 12. Not too much to worry about. She's got nothing to worry about with a hat like that, apart from someone with a pin. Ranawira to continue.
Well, it was a bit of turn. Remember that this wicket was used in the first match, New Zealand versus Sri Lanka, so from a Sri Lankan point of view there, they'll hope that it turns a little bit more.
Oh, that went right through.